Hello everyone, welcome to this video. So in this video we are going to discuss the terms of service that has been changed by the YouTube. So this will be effective from 5th of January 2022. So the screen shows the summary of the changes that has been taken place, so which will be effective from 5th of January 2022. This page is a preview of our updated YouTube terms of service, including a summary of changes that takes effect on January 5, 2022. Until then, the existing YouTube terms of service continues to apply. We are updating our terms of service on 5th January 2022. The summary is designed to help you understand some of the updates we have made to our YouTube terms of service. We hope this serves as a useful guide, but please ensure you read the new terms in full. Develop, improve, and update the service. This section describes our approach to improving and changing our service. We rename the changes to the service section as Develop, Improve, and Update the Service to better reflect the content of the section. In addition, we revised and reorganized some of the content in this section to make it easier to understand. We explained the reasons we modify and update the service. Finally, we described the advance notice we provide if we make changes that negatively affect your ability to access the service and your rights in those situations. So basically what they have done is they have become more transparent in explaining how the processes are going to be implemented. So more detailed terms will be given to the users so that they can understand better on what they are doing. Community guidelines strikes. Your use of YouTube has always been subject to the community guidelines and its strike process. In order to increase transparency, we are explicitly including YouTube's community guidelines strikes process in the terms. Strikes are issued to channels that violate our community guidelines. There are no changes to how strikes operate or when content might receive a strike, but we wanted to be more transparent and make it easier for you to find the relevant information. So basically, community guidelines strikes operation stays the same before. There will be not much changes that have taken place when it comes to guideline strikes. Account suspension and termination. Section describes how you and YouTube may terminate this relationship. Amended the working to make it more straightforward and easier to read. We deleted the section header terminations by YouTube for service changes because our ability to discontinue a service. We need to now covered by the develop, improve, and update the service section. We also moved the sentence describing your ability to export content from the account suspension and termination section to the develop, improve, and update the service section. As a whole, the termination part has been moved into the section develop, improve, and update, so which will be more effective when an account needs to be terminated or suspended. Processes can be done within the develop, improve, and update the service section. Downloadable software. This section describes software that you might find in the service, such as YouTube Studio application, and explains the permissions given to you use that software. We moved the sentence dealing with automatic updates to the develop, improve, and update Google services section and clarified when an automatic update may be required. So the automatic update part has also been moved to develop, improve, and update Google services section. So any automatic updates will be carried out through this develop, improve, and update Google services section. Changing this agreement. This section sets out when we might need to modify our terms and the notice we'll give you when we do. We have changed the section heading from modifying this agreement to changing this agreement to avoid any confusion with develop, improve, and update the service around modifying the service. In addition to some clarifying updates to make it easier to read, we have also provided some examples of reasons why we might change the agreement. So they have given the changes as well as the reasons for the changes why they have made. So the sentence given in bold, we have changed the section heading from modifying this agreement to changing this agreement to avoid any confusion with develop, improve, and update the service around modifying the service. So all these changes have been taken place in order to avoid the confusions and the contingencies the users get when it comes to the services provided by the YouTube. So a more relevant, detailed operation has been set to improve the services given by the YouTube. So as a whole, this is going to be one of the improved version of changes that can be done by YouTube for the year 2022.